an attack on Parliament has sparked concerns about the vulnerability of Gordon House. And as you'll hear from our reporter Ramon Gordon, security experts are calling for urgent upgrades to prevent future incidents.
Parliament is vulnerable. That's according to at least one security expert who's reacting to the unprecedented arson attack on Jamaica's Legislative House on Saturday. Reports state that at 10 p.m., a man threw a plastic bottle containing an accelerant at Gordon House before escaping along Duke Street in downtown Kingston. Security expert and managing director at Shields Crime and Security Consultants, Mark Shields, believes it may be time for upgrades.
This particular building is vulnerable because it's on a public thoroughfare. We saw the suspects loitering outside the building for a while, which should immediately have alerted security. One has to spend the money, make the investment in reviewing the IT security that is available at Gordon House and ensuring that something like this doesn't happen again.
The unprecedented attack continues to be a topic of discussion locally. Speaking with the CVM News on Monday, Tashana Sewell, Director of Corporate Communications and Public Relations for the House, said that stakeholders would meet today to discuss the incident. However, up to news time, there was no update on that front. But at least one other expert, criminologist Dr. Jason Mackay, is suggesting a more immediate solution.
I think we've reached a point that we need to create a perimeter around it to protect it. So it's not a building you can no longer drive directly up to after hours. You want to be proactive and ensure that the persons who are handling the business of our state are safe.
In a release at the weekend, Parliament announced it would launch a swift review of security arrangements at the institution following the attack.
As always happens, that when there is a critical incident, something happens, then we'll jump to a security review. It's always best to be proactive, conduct security reviews before things like this happen. An attack on a parliamentary building is a serious offence.
The suspect, caught on CCTV footage, has yet to be apprehended, but investigations are underway. Meanwhile, the opposition is condemning the incident. In a release Sunday, the PNP said, quote, "It is unacceptable that such an institution would be left unguarded." However, the government has since denied that charge. Suggestions for parliamentary upgrades come amid ongoing discussions to construct a new parliament. Speaking with the CVM News in January, former Information Minister Robert Morgan said the $7.5 billion project had been delayed.
Well, maybe it's time that we move the parliament to a safer location, Jamaica House. I know we have a plan to build one, but I think until we reach to that juncture, perhaps we should put the parliament functions taking place within the Jamaica House compound. You don't want to have a situation where heads of state are exposed like this.
Efforts to reach Leader of Government Business Ed Bartlett and Leader of Opposition Business Philip Paulwell were unsuccessful. House Speaker Juliet Holness pointed us to the statement Parliament released on Sunday. Ramon Gordon for CVM News.
And speaking with CVM News late Monday, Senate President Tom Tavares Finson says following a meeting with the security forces on Monday, Parliament has identified significant deficiencies requiring immediate action.
One of those issues relate to the maintenance of the camera system, which is really outdated. So we are moving to immediately improve that aspect of the security arrangement there. And a number of other arrangements have been suggested by the Police High Command, which they will cooperate with us in putting into effect as early as possible.
The president admits that the houses have fallen behind technologically.
Persons, no doubt. Some persons saw the video from the Parliament and recognized that the camera system is woefully outdated. A number of other arrangements are to be made, which I wouldn't discuss publicly, but the clerk, Ms. Colleen Lowe, and persons responsible for the plant and the security of the Parliament have met with the police. We are satisfied that the arrangements that are being made will secure the building in the future.